If we're talking about how do I start a successful YouTube channel from scratch, one of the most underrated things is getting your niche right, getting your topic right. And don't let that be confused with starting messy. And don't let that be confused. Nobody wants to hear this, but let's say you started a YouTube channel wrong. I think that's still okay. It never really worked. You did 50 to 100 videos. One of the most painful things could be pivoting your niche or starting a second channel. But people make the mistake that a lot of times that's what it takes to find success. There's a stat that says the average successful entrepreneur that like gets through the dip of hard work and getting cash flow and getting startup happening and actually makes it to some level of success and sustainability has started 2.6 businesses. So what does that mean? They have one successful business and out of 1 to 2 that failed. So one, like on average. So any successful entrepreneur business owner that now has a successful business, on average, had at least 1 fail or 2 fail before they found the one that worked. I think that could be similar to YouTube as well. And it may not be that you actually have to have a different channel, but I think that should give you permission to like, what if my first videos suck? They will. Your first videos will be your worst videos. You'd be terrible. But your way to get to success, I heard one person put it this way. The recipe to get to success is suck, 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 cess. Your first 3 or 30 videos might suck. They might not be very good, but that's what leads to success. So start before you're ready, then dial in that clarity.
I think it's key what you're saying about the ability to pivot, that 1 out of those 3 business ideas is the one that takes off, but there's 2 failed ones in there because so many people ask us like, well, I have this channel already and like, I don't know what to do with it. So we're saying, then don't do that channel. Like if follow all of the advice, listen to Sean Cannell and other experts and actually, don't be afraid to pivot and to change into, after you're taking in all of this advice. And so I think that one is really key for a lot of people listening because a lot of people are going to need to pivot after listening to a lot of this training.
If you're going to start a channel, it's not enough to just start it because technically to start a channel, right, you just got to set it up. But what we mean is like, can we start a channel that has some level of consistency on it? And I would recommend, there's so many different answers to this question, but it's like, how many videos should I upload a week? I would recommend 1 video a week. And I would want to define that. 1 thoughtful, strategic, quality, researched, crafted video per week. I don't mean it has to be edited or anything. Again, you may be able to just hit record, talk for 7 minutes, turn the camera off and upload it. But for that 7 minutes to be as powerful as possible, having a little practice, having a little planning, having some notes in front of you, thinking about what the title is ahead of time, thinking through it. Prior planning prevents poor performance. And one of the biggest opportunities if you want to succeed on YouTube is consolidating time and saving people time. Here's what I mean. There's a really successful personal finance YouTuber named Graham Stephan. And one of the things he's known for is he puts out great research videos that are concise, clear, and they really take complex information and they make it simple. Well, what does he do? He's known for researching 20, 30, 40 hours for one video. Now, I'm not saying you have to take that much time to be successful, but think about what happens. If he researches and plans for 20 hours and the final product of his video is 10 minutes, it's one of the reasons why the video is so successful because we're all so busy in our lives. You're doing the heavy lifting. Again, even if you don't edit, if you take an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours to prepare, and then all of that time preparing, you've consolidated it down into a 3 to 5 minute or a 13-minute video, you're doing a service to people. That's why people feel the value of it. The flip side is true. If you just wing it, it kind of reminds me of my first video. I was like, listen, this is my first video. I'm not going to be energetic or entertaining. I don't even have a plan. And that video didn't go viral, like, because there was no plan. There was no energy. I didn't really go into it intentionally. So 1 long form upload per week to clarify. I think that it gets interesting with YouTube Shorts. Those are much easier to create. It's fine to start with YouTube Shorts. Those are going to be vertical videos, 60 seconds or less. That maybe switches it up. So if you can do a long form video and a couple shorts, totally fine. If you have bandwidth for more, great. But I think people are underestimating committing to uploading just 1 quality video. And this is what I mean by quality too. I mean content value, not production value. Back to not editing. Content value would be you put your phone on some shoe boxes in front of a window there's carpet on the floor and it's a smaller room. So just the on-camera phone microphone is good enough. Like, so you have no accessories, no gear. Great. But people can hear you, they can see you, you got some daylight. The production value is not that impressive. It's not a fancy camera, but the content value is the title you thought about, the topic you know the audience cares about because of research, and then the investment you've put into the information that you're sharing. And so think about that content, like high quality content. And I've heard it said that the definition of excellence is doing the best you have with what you have right now. So excellence is a spectrum. Of course, if you're not comparing yourself to other people, you just want to beat your previous best. If you start messy, if you have a decent level of clarity of this is the direction I'm going, this is who my channel's for, what problem it's going to solve, and then you commit to once a week, a lot of things can happen. Momentum happens. You learn as you go. You start getting a feedback because you're putting outputs out there. You evaluate the results as you go, and you are continuing to improve. We always say get 1% better. Baseline, upload one high effort based on the resources you have and the time you have video per week, and commit to that. You're going to see crazy momentum over the next year. If you enjoyed this content and want to take your YouTube channel to the next level, just click or tap the link on the screen or go to tube1kchallenge.com to join our next live YouTube challenge. You'll learn our best tips and strategies that are working here at Think Media, and I think you'll love it.